What's up, guys? It is Coach Rachel here, and I'm doing another live with one of my great friends, Mike Barron. He has built his own company within digital marketing and went through a crazy transition from going from corporate to starting to market, understand that world, and has also been a marketer for lots of big names actually, like Conor McGregor and so many people in the fighting world. And so I'm going to add him on right now. So.
Hey Mike, how are ya? Hey John, how you doing? Hey Liz, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Hopefully I'll see you soon, John. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up,
Not much, not much. I am so ready. I'm so excited to see you. I like the green screen in the back. What's the...
I'm drinking X2 energy so I can give your audience some energy today.
Awesome.
X2.
Are you gonna put something in the background? I see the green screen. Are we gonna be in the trees? Cause look at, I've got like this whole thing going in the background too. So I'm like, let's make this exciting.
I have, your segment. We're also recording a.
Oh, it kind of frozen for a second. Let's see if we can bring it back. There we go. It's starting to come back.
Okay, I'm back.
Woo! Nice.
So we have a video team over here. We're gonna like put dinosaurs and stuff in the back.
Dude, let's do it. Let's go prehistoric. Hey Gage, how are ya? It's good to see everybody. Cool. So I gave everybody a little bit of an intro, and I super stalked you on Instagram, right. And there was like this one cool video that I saw where you like, I went from corporate to starting to do my own thing. I went from like living in the living room to like building my $1 million company. Right. And so, I mean, like I got super freaking pumped just watching that. And I loved how like you promoted all these people. Like, I didn't know you did that whole thing with Conor McGregor also. And I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. So if you want to add something into that, bring it on and tell people a little bit more about what you do and what your company does.
My name is Mike Barron, and I'm the owner and founder of Limelight Media Marketing and Limelight-U. We've done marketing for people like Conor McGregor, for UFC's Michael Bisping, middleweight champion, Chris Weidman, 4 times UFC champion, CAA, the largest sports agency in the world, Patrick Bet-David, the #1 entrepreneur on YouTube today. And now, we work with you. In my first 18 months in business, I went from leaving my corporate job to working out of my living room to over $1 million in sales within my first 18 months in business as a digital marketer. I'm talking about record-breaking months for 18 months straight. No investors, no startup, no capital, no financial backing, just hard work, dedication.
100%. I don't like to say it because I'm a humble person, but I made Conor McGregor famous.
I know.
I discovered Conor McGregor.
Jesus. No, we're going to keep that.
Real quick introduction. My name is Mike Barron. Yeah. So real quick intro. My name is Mike Barron. I'm out of San Diego, California, just in case you didn't notice. I was doing the corporate thing from, I guess, high school to 2013. I'm 34 years old. And I went into education, and I hustled my ass off, and I became a president out of college, believe it or not. Most people that I grew up with are like, dude, you become a president? You become a president? So I became a president. And it was all just through like work ethic and just what you get, not to offend anybody, but sometimes what you can get in corporate is, oh, it's Monday. Oh, man, Friday can't come soon enough. Oh, 5 o'clock. And I've been very, very compulsive, very, very like obsessive. And I just became a president out of college. I maxed out there. And even though in a lot of people's eyes, I achieved success, I felt like, I just felt like there was something that was missing. I felt like I wasn't really, reaching my potential. So I've been doing websites since 2003, right out of high school. And basically I got up and I left, and I started a website design company from my living room. My wife was about to kill me. She was about to kill me yesterday anyway, but she was about to kill me at that time. She's like, "You're doing what?" And then, just hustled up, and it was scary, and it was, nerve-wracking, and it was tough. And, you know, at that point, I was just going really hard on personal development. I was going to sleep on audios. I was listening to stuff in my car. And we made $1 million in 18 months, scaled it up to 18 people, did marketing for people like Conor McGregor, Solar City, done marketing for maybe a dozen UFC champions. And then today, you know, we kind of switched gears in the last couple of years, and we do marketing and lead generation for trainers and gym owners. And we are quickly becoming the #1 in that space.
Oh,
So that's who I am.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've got like so many questions for you, so I hope you're ready.
Yeah.
Because
you know what? Yeah. You know, I didn't. You know, total freestyle. Whatever you got, let's roll.
We're definitely rolling. I'm excited. I'm waiting for the dinosaurs in the background to start.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, so you know, it's interesting because you transition and all that. I kind of want to go into like a little bit of mindset, because like when you mentioned the fact that you went from like having something stable to something super unstable, and like your wife wanted to kill you, like did you also have your daughter at that time as well, or was she not born yet?
Yeah, my daughter was 3 years old at the time.
How did you go through that?
So she's 7.
I mean, like, how could you, like, I feel like that's the hardest thing right there, is you got all this responsibility and then.
Right. So to this day, you know, I'll do Thanksgiving, I'll do Christmas, birthday parties like at my aunts. My aunts are like my sisters. And they tell me, they're like, how do you do what you do? I could never do that. You know, like how do you work without the comfort of, you know, the security of a job? Like I could never do that. You know what I mean? So as far as the mindset goes, you know, I've been conditioned. You call me, you call Alex, you can ask me on any given day. I'm sure the same goes for you. Mike, how you doing? Dude, freaking awesome. Mike, how you doing? Dude, freaking great. You know, Gage, you know, how's Mike doing? Good. You know, it's just, you condition yourself, you know, like we live this. Can I?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, we live this shit. You know what I mean? Like I wear wristbands. Do more. Fuck average. Like we live this. You know, like some people could talk and they want to do this and they want to do that, but it's not like really from like an internal. Level. You know, I've done so much development, and you know the truth is, like when I was younger, like in my early 20s and my late teens, I was a knucklehead. You know, I was like a wannabe thug. I had a bad attitude. I didn't dress, you know what I mean, like how society would accept. Had problems with people, go to the store and somebody's looking at me wrong. And ever since I changed my thinking and I found like development, it's been the opposite. You know, now people love me. Now I'm welcomed. Now I get to meet great people like you. And when I changed my mindset, that's when the whole world changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can tell you that, like, what you talk about is pretty much the reality you create. You know, if you're a college student and you go into like, how you feel about that exam? I don't know. I studied hard, but we'll see. Guess what? We don't know, and we'll see. You know, yo, Mike, how you feel about that exam? Dude, I've been up 2 a.m. for the last 14 days, putting in work, went to all the study groups. I've read that book front and back twice. I am ready. I'm going in on Thursday morning, and I'm going to freaking lick it. I can't wait to tell you what happens on Friday. You know, it starts here. Yeah. You know what I mean? It starts at that mindset. 100%. It's all mindset. Everything's mindset. Yeah. You know what I mean?
100%. I think that everything is mindset. Like you said, like if you don't go into it with the right mindset, you're just setting yourself up. Like there's 2 things that I would say people are missing, and it's either mindset or skill set. And a lot of times it's both. And so one point or another, you might need like that mindset. Like you can get it. But then sometimes you're like, okay, you need that skill set. Like this is how you actually get it. And so like, if you're not constantly saying like, I'm going to fail, and no matter what, if I fail, like I'm going to build myself up from the next point and just keep going, because like, that's really what success is made out of. It's just constantly failing, but never losing that excitement to just like hit it again as hard as you possibly can hit it, you know? How did you do that? Like internal stuff? Did you go to like a seminar? Did you just read books? What was like the one thing, like if you went back and said like, that was the thing that really led me to getting out of that weird spot in life of like feeling like negativity around my life? What was it? If somebody else was going through that and they're like, man, I'm just having a hard time.
Right. 100%. So, you know, I'm always trying to like chase the best version of me. So the best way to do that is to find people that have already done it, that are performing at a high level. So if I'm at, if I'm in the internet marketing space, who's the guy in my space that's killing it? Who's the best? Who gives the best service? Who loves the most people? Who throws down the hardest? Let me find that person. Let me find what they're doing. Let me get in touch with that person. Let me see if that person's willing to share like some information, some advice. Maybe I got to compensate them to have them mentor me. But right now with the internet, my world, it's there. You just got to look for it. I mean, anything you want to achieve, there's like there's some sort of barrier in front of you. You just got to remove it. Yo, Mike, how do you start an internet company? Dude, like go to Google, look up how do you start an agency, right?
Yeah.
I think like the very first start is like seek out mentors. For me, I was doing books. I was never a book person. I never, was into reading books. I started reading books. I started listening to audios. I started going to YouTube, and I like my favorite books, my favorite audios, I've listened to them like hundreds of times. And then what happens is when I bring on people, when I coach people, when I mentor people, I'm like saying the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like the thing that's in the book is coming out of my mouth. And now it's not even just words. It's like a philosophy. It's like one of my like beliefs in life. And it just shows up. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so cool. I think that's really the key though, because like if you surround yourself with just people that are just so inspired all the time, you start to get inspired. It's like this snowball effect. And so I 100% agree. It's your belief system. It's the patterns that you go through. And if you're not even aware of those patterns, like that's your first key right there, is to say like, you are going through a pattern. Like everybody watching this, you, me, like we all are going through like literally ABC pattern. And it's like, if you don't really fucking know what AB is, then how are you going to transform C? Like, how are you going to get to D if you don't even pay attention to that stuff? And so the first thing is like, like you said, you either get a mentor, you surround yourself with cool people like yourself, Alex, Gage, all those people, or you go to books. You read the books, you read them over and over and over and over again until it's just like
100%.
right there in your head. And every single time, like Monday, you wake up, you're like, I'm going to crush it. I'm going to crush it every single day. And exactly. I love it.
Come on now.
I love it. That's so cool. Is it like you really harnessed that and found that within yourself? Because I think that's like such a key. And I feel like that's probably helped you a lot within your success and even getting to the next level.
Let me give you like one of my like philosophies that I believe. So I don't think, it's about like being positive. I don't think it's about being negative. And this is like coming from one of my favorite books. It's called Beyond Positive Thinking. This is like one of my biggest philosophies. And when I take on people that I coach for entrepreneurship or for digital marketing, people that want to start agencies, this is like the very first thing I teach. And I don't care. Well, I do care, but it's not about being positive or about being negative. It's about being right. Okay. It's about being right. Okay. This is why you see people that are jerks. This is why you see people that have bad attitudes. This is why you see people that sometimes don't treat people good, but that same person's successful. Like, how the hell are they doing it? How the hell are they getting it? And this person's not even a good person. I know I'm a good person. How are they doing it? Right. But then on the other end, this is sometimes how you see people that are like the most kind, most compassionate, the first one to stand up and help and give. They struggle. They got let go from their job. They have issues. They have financial struggles. They have some of these good people, because it's not about being negative or about being positive. It's about being right. Okay. So let me give you an illustration. Okay. So let's say there's me, there's you, and let's say Alex. Okay.
The trio.
Me, you, and Alex. Okay. Okay. So me and you, Alex, are like right here on one side of a riverbed.
Yeah.
Okay. Right in the middle is like this freaking raging river. Okay. On the other side is like gems, golds, and all the rewards in life. Like as soon as we cross that river, like we just freaking won the lotto, basically, and more. Right. So me, I'll be the victim. I'm negative. I'm like, you know what, Rachel, Alex, this sucks. You see that river? There's no way in hell I'm crossing that down river. Like, it's not worth my life to go get those gems. I'm out of here. Peace. Good luck to you guys. And I bounce. Okay? So that's a negative mindset. Okay?
Right.
The second guy, Alex. Alex is a positive guy. You know Alex. I know he's fucking amped up. He's positive, right? And Alex is like, dude, you know what? I don't care. I'm positive. I see how fast that river's going. I see how strong it is. But I also see the huge reward, and I know how good I am. I'm going to cross that damn river. I'm going to go get that gold, and I'm going to freaking rack out. Here I go. He's going to go into that river, and because he disobeyed that river's going to take his ass and drown him, and it's going to sweep him gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So you now,
Oh God.
you're not negative. You're not positive. You're right. You're
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
You're like, you know what? I see the opportunity. I see the gems. I see the gold. I see all the freaking cool stuff on the other side of that river. But I also see that river, and I also see what happened to Alex. Let me obey that river. So let me get a canoe. Let me get a paddle. Let me put a life vest on. And just for whatever reason, even after all that, I'm going to tie a rope around my waist and tie that tree over there. Should it fall over, I'm still 100% safe. And then what you're going to do is you're going to approach that river with the boat, with the paddle, with the canoe, with the life vest, with the rope. You're going to get across, and then you're going to go get those gems. So the message I'm saying is you got to obey that river. If you want to start a business, if you want to get into that next level of your career, if you want to level up, you got to do the right shit. You know, you can't just work hard and say, you know what, I'm going to become a director because I'm positive. You got to do the right stuff.
Yeah.
You got to obey the river. It's not about being negative or positive. So that's like one of the things that I live by. I want to always obey that river. I don't want to drown and I don't want to quit, but I want to get across and get it.
Right.
So
I really like
that's what I gotta say
that.
about
That
that.
was really cool. Cause you know, I've heard that like plenty of times, right? They're just like, have a good mindset, have a good mindset. But then you do see those people that you're like,
It's not though.
oh yeah, well, I think it's part of it. Like it's a big key. Like I was saying, like the skill and the knowledge, and like you said, it's the other part of it. Like that
Right.
other part is just as necessary. If you know you're really positive and you're just like, I'm just gonna keep going, but you're ignorant about the fact that like shit is in the way, you have to be able to. So that was a really, really good example. I love that. Did you just come up with that on the fly?
Hey, my jacket looks cool. My jacket looks kind of good on this little Facebook Live. My ad.
This is why you know you gotta like keep going on Facebook Live, man. Like Nike, go get.
Come on now, but I agree with you 100% though. To me, I believe this. You know, like right now it's cool as hell to be like I want to be successful. It's so easy to say that, and you see a lot of real people, but you also see a lot of fake people, you know, that want to be entrepreneurs and they want to be successful. It's like cool as hell. You know, some of our favorite like influencers are that, you know, like a Mark Cuban, like a Tony Robbins, like those guys, and more, you know, we can name them all. But a lot of people don't live that. What I say is, if you really want to do this thing we call success, it's exactly what you said. And I say the same thing. There's two things that you really need, and everything falls under that. There's really your awareness. That's your mindset. That's your understanding. That's your like understanding how the world works, how people works. And then the next thing is skills. Gotta have some fucking skills.
Yeah.
And if you can master both of them, then you're in the game. And I think everything falls between the skills. You can't just have a good mindset, but you don't have the technical to back it, and vice versa. You know, I know this guy I was talking about earlier. I won't say his name because he might be watching, but this guy is like one of the most talented digital marketers, like from a skill set, but then like he's charging 75% what's below market just because there's some sort of hang up. And it's not about him like being so nice. It's just his awareness is not quite there. He doesn't, it's his mind is kind of smaller.
Yeah.
So Jack, I'm not talking about you.
That's interesting because I think I had a revelation sort of like this recently, and just like to kind of bring it back just to personal. I mean, I'm totally open as a book to anybody who asks me. Is like for a while I was like that as well. Like I wanted to put so much effort into it. I wanted to like work so hard and like work and do all this stuff. And I was always like, I'm really positive. I'm really positive, but I didn't really have anything to say like, this is the plan that I was doing and this isn't working because of this reason. And it was like, you actually have to go into it and say like, okay, this is the 5 things that I tried for marketing this month. This is what happened. This is why it didn't work. I need to change my freaking plan and actually look at it objectively. You know, when it comes to even like running your life or running your business, running anything around you, it's like you said, you have to take an objective look and take a backseat and say like, listen, what's actually going? Did I measure anything? How can I know if I didn't even measure anything about like what my success rate should even look like, or why I should even be here, or why I should be there? You know, if you don't actually have those metrics down, how are you going to know? It's just like same thing
Have
with
to.
training. It's like if I didn't say I did 75% this day, 85% this day, I should be able to hit 95% now. You wouldn't even have any idea. So I love how you bring that back all around to say, like, take a look at everything objectively and then go to the next step.
Right.
But don't forget, like, just be positive, because shit will work out if you can do that. But it's about looking at both sides. So I like that you bring that up and you actually coach that and bring that up to people, because
you know, I talk about the river thing, right? And the river thing, it's unbiased. It don't care if you're good looking. It don't care if you're ugly. It don't care if you're smart. It don't care if you're dumb. It don't, the river's unbiased. It doesn't, that's like the river of life. It does not care. It only cares if you obey it and do the right thing. And that law is as true as the law of gravity. You got to obey the river. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much credentials you have or how cool you are. None of that matters. You just got to obey that river. You know what I mean?
So then this is going to bring me back into like what you do specifically, because you're saying like there's rules to the river, like, okay, have a safety jacket, have all these things. Like when it comes to running a business online, like I'm sure you've seen patterns, like these are the patterns that you need to like kind of be aware of. What's the safety jacket? What's the boat that you need? Like what are some of the patterns that you've seen that other people need to be aware of when they go online and building up their business?
Okay. So, you know, my world is online marketing. Okay, so you have to have a very, I can give you all the stuff about marketing. Okay, so first off, you have to have a very clear message. You have to have a very clear and concise message, very clear. Like, what is it? What do you do? That goes for your website, and that definitely goes for your Facebook and Instagram or whatever social media you're on, or YouTube. You have to have a very clear message. We can look up random websites right now, and we're going to be like, what the hell do they do? Like what is it? You know, you have to have a very clear message. If you go to my Facebook, if you go to my Instagram at TheMikeBarron1, if you go to my YouTube, if you go to my website, TheMikeBarron.com, right off the top, number one, I help people make money online. I got a DM 30 minutes before jumping on with you, and a cat says, hey, Mike, I see you help people make money online. Tell me more. Well, guess what? One of my people hit him up, and that's a lead. You know, that may be a person I can help. That may be a coaching opportunity for me. That may be a million things. I get hit up every single day with that. And a lot of it has to do with that very clear message. So whatever you do, don't overthink it. Don't try to get freaking fancy. Whatever you do, you know, I mean, maybe you just had a child and you're thinking about this is a good opportunity to start a business, and maybe you make custom sweaters for infants. I make custom sweaters for infants. I make, you know, boutique style sweaters for infants. Have a very clear and concise message. And the second thing that you need is to have a very clear call to action. Click this link to learn more. Click this link to hear my rates. Click this link to learn digital marketing. So you need to have, again, very clear and concise messaging and call to action. Okay. You also need to have quality content. Okay. My thing is like let's be real. You know, I'm no Brad Pitt, you know, I'm no DiCaprio, you know what I mean? But where I make up for it is with the swag in it. So anyways, my images are clear, you know, like I have thousands of dollars of video equipment, and if you have like current cell phones, that's fine too, but it needs to be clear. No blurry pictures, no bad lighting, you know, the people want quality. Look at your favorite influencers online in any space. I guarantee if they have a real influence, you know, 100,000 plus, let's say, maybe not even that much, I guarantee their imagery is like beautiful, very clear, very aesthetic. So that counts too. The last thing I want to add to that is it's not enough. This is big. This part's big right here. This part's huge. Okay. This is from Russell Brunson. You need to be prolific. And what I mean by that is it's not enough to do. It's not enough to do. Okay. Like right now, I'm excited, but I'm always fucking like this. I guarantee there's people watching. They're either gonna love me or they're gonna hate me. But I'm not gonna give you a boring interview. Okay, so you need to be prolific, and what I mean by that is, I was just talking to someone earlier about this. There's again two poles. One end is like corporate. One end is like, you know, Fox, CNN, just corporate. You know, just not those companies specifically, but just corporate. Okay, the other end is crazy. Crazy is like, we're doing cocaine every night. We're getting drunk. We're about to go to prison. Like Rachel, we're in the car and we're about to go to prison. You know what I mean? Like that movie when they went to Las Vegas for the bachelor party. You know, we're doing that every night. Okay.
Are we doing that
Close
every night?
To that,
When I come to
Shit,
San
we're
Diego,
crazy.
I mean, like, shit.
Come on, we just might, right? We just might. So look, corporate and then crazy. Over here now, not in the middle, but over here is prolific.
Mm-hmm.
That's Lady Gaga. That's Dennis Rodman. That's Howard Stern. That's Madonna back in the day. That's Mike Tyson. You know, you want to walk that edge. So, you know, like I'm talking how I normally talk. Like, Rachel, you mind if I say bad words? Because it's not enough just to give the information. I want to be Dennis Rodman. I want to be Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you want to be prolific because you got to stand out basically, but not fake. Be genuine to what's you. Like right now, I'm just doing me. You know what I mean? Alex will watch this and he'll be like, oh, that's my dog. You know what I mean? So you want to be prolific. Again, it's not enough to do. Put it in a nice package, okay? Make it nice and shiny. Put a ribbon on it, and then deliver it to the world.
Definitely.
Prolific.
That's so interesting. So, like, to recap, you're basically saying, like, okay, first off, like you said, respect the rules. So you want to make sure that you make something super, super clear, like your messaging, whatever it is. Like when you go out there, you want it to be like the most clear thing that you possibly can put together so that when people see it, they recognize.
Straight up.
And then once they see inside, they're like, wow, this is really nice inside. Like it's pretty, it's welcoming. And then in the very end, like fucking have fire in the center or something, like something to shock people to be like, whoa, what is that? You know? And so I hear you
100%.
there. I feel like that's one of the, you
100%.
touched something that like is so important because I think a lot of people try to be something that they're not, to be prolific, but then it's hard because they want to stand out. They want to be like, oh, I'm a little bit different, but then they're like, this doesn't feel authentic, that doesn't feel authentic. And so it's like about being yourself and finding, like, I think the genius about everybody is just understanding the ways in which you're different, you know, and the ways in which like you see things differently than others. And it doesn't mean that like you have to be anything crazy different. It's just you are you, and there's something about you that is just amazing. It's just scratching it under and like seeing what that is and wading through like the rest of it, you know?
Just be how you are with your best friends, your most comfortable people, your brothers and sister, and I guarantee there's people in the world that are going to love it. You know what I mean? There's like honestly, legit, like I'm fucking balls to the wall from like the time I wake up till 2 a.m. when I go to bed. And everybody knows it about me. Like you can call me at 2 o'clock tonight, and I'll be talking to you just like this and shit. Then I'll do a backflip. You know, like straight up. And I. Like when I was in elementary school, I was like hyperactive, OCD, had my own chair, couldn't stop touching people. I was fucking off the chain, and I'm still. It very seldom do I get in a room and there's somebody more energetic than me. Just keeping it real. And when there is, I'm like attracted to it. It happens like if there's 20 people in the room, there might be someone a little bit more wild than me. You know, like get Lady Gaga just walked in. But anyways, look at my man right here, Nate. So he knows what it is. So anyways, what I'm telling you is, a couple of weeks ago, somebody on our sales team was, you know, I was trying to tell them, hey, like find your voice, find what's comfortable, find what's good for you. And a whole week went by, and he was trying to emulate me, and I stopped him. I was like, dude, like naturally you're more like cool, calm, collective. I'm like, you're Snoop Dogg, I'm Tupac. You know what I mean? Like you're cool, calm, collective. Stop trying to fucking be Tupac. You know? And then it snapped him. He's like, okay, I get it. So the message to whoever is watching, be prolific, walk that edge, but you don't have to be a wire. You don't have to be calm. Just be you, 100%. And if you are, people are gonna love it. And right now, more than ever, because there's so much content, there's so much media, people love real. People know real, and people know it's fake. Straight up.
It's so true. Like when you said that, because I think that a lot of times, like we read these books, like you said, we're wiring ourselves, we're putting all this stuff and this information to get to the next level, and then it's like you lose a little bit of yourself in that, and like you listen to Brian Burchard, or you listen to Tony Robbins, and like all these different people, and you're like, oh my God, these are all really great mentors, but then like combine them all, and you're just like setting yourself up for no sleep ever, and like always be on a high. But really, like, what if you're just a super chill type of person, and like everybody has their own thing? You don't need to be like super crazy energetic. You can be like that calm, cool, collected person that like draws people in like that. You know, so it's all about like finding your complexities. And so I love that you're about that.
100%.
You're not just like, you don't have to be like super, you don't have to be like me at all. Like you have to be yourself, and it's okay. And I'm going to love you no matter what, because you are amazing how you are, not how I am in you.
Hey, that's
Very
true.
cool.
Love that.
So, okay. So when it comes to like online marketing, I feel like right now is a really, really great thing. It's a great place to be, actually, is because it's growing. There's so many things, but when you go into online marketing, I think like people think, what's your opinion? Is Facebook ads and like Instagram ads, is that just like a get rich quick scheme? Like if you go in there, you're just instantly gonna get leads and everything like that? Or like what's the process of that? When people come to you, I'm sure that's what they think. They're like, oh, I'm gonna put out one ad and I'm gonna be a millionaire.
You ready for the process? You ready for the process? Go to DoLikeBarron.com. That's the process. Have a good day, folks.
I'm gonna put that in the comments, so if you guys need that link, don't you worry, I'm gonna hook it up.
Hey. Nah, so I mean, okay, so I mean, it's like everything. It's like everything we touched on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like find out who's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Find out who's doing it. You know, like right now, this internet marketing, this this Facebook stuff. Okay, so I run Facebook ads and Instagram ads if I haven't got that message across for trainers and for gym owners.
Mm-hmm.
I help other people. That's like my bread and butter. And what's up, man? And then I don't know if that's your friend or my friend.
Okay.
But anyways, so we, you know, find out who's doing it.
Yeah.
Find out what they're doing. Get as much as you can. Free, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
And when you're ready to bump up, don't wait too long. Invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in alignment, if you're really, really in alignment, you'll make that money back quick. Like I like to think I'm in more alignment than I've ever been in my entire life. And I got this weird thing now where when I invest into whatever, maybe I buy camera gear, maybe I buy a new program, like I see it within like 48 hours. Like I buy a $3,000 camera. I get a call in the morning for a video shoot that's $3,000 just organically. Why? I don't know. It's just I'm kind of like in alignment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been looking for a great person to bring on, you know, to add to the video team. And then Donnie, who's in the background filming right now, this second, happens to like fall in my lap. And he's a great dude. Come here, Donnie.
I see it,
Look
Donnie.
at Donnie. Look at Donnie.
Oh.
Show him the camera. Show him the camera. Look at Donnie. Look at Donnie. So, anyways, I think the first step is if you're not, okay, if you run a business and you're not doing Facebook and Instagram ads, you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not even, well, actually, you're not even playing the game.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. Right now, Facebook and Instagram ads is the #1 way, in my opinion, to grow a small business.
Mm-hmm.
Like a million. You know, if you want to learn the stuff, you know, hit me up. Send me a DM. I'll put you in the right direction.
Right.
There's a lot of gurus out there. And it's just like what we said earlier. You got to obey the river. You know, you got to do the right stuff. You got to get the right data, and then pretty much just take action. You know, and also I want to add, I consult with trainers and gym owners every single day. I almost have 100 people in my inner circle that are paying a premium, and the ones, not really those guys because they already made the investment, but the people I've seen that are like successful versus the people that are not. They're like $1,000. No, that's too much money. And the other people, they may not even made it yet. They're like, dude, $1,000, that's it? And this could happen for my company? Dude, what's the catch? I'm like, dude, there's no catch. He's like, dude, I'm game, let's roll. Mm-hmm. It's just a mindset. So if you want to get success and you want to like really get it, you can't fucking think about potato chips. You can't think about making millions and helping millions, but you're letting potato chips hold you back.
Yeah.
Like if you can't get past that, how the hell are you gonna get the freaking big, you know,
yeah.
you know, the gold? How are you gonna touch lives? It's not gonna happen.
So crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like I want to be great, I want to do this, but you can't even like do that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What do you think is gonna be the future? So I feel like right now, like Instagram, Facebook ads, like it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
What do you think the future is? I also I see YouTube ads as well. I actually know that you're not a fan because I stalked you, but what do you think about that? Like, what's the future of like ads and advertisements? Like, are we gonna go to virtual reality? I think we're gonna go to virtual reality. But, you know, what's the future? Like, if you just started, like, I have no idea anything about marketing and I just want to like start playing around. I don't have a big audience. Like if I put out like I help people doing this, nobody's going to reach out to me. Like what do they do right now and what's the future going to be like for them?
Okay. So this is what you got to do right now. Okay. You have to just get the car out of the driveway and you got to drive.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if you like the reason why I've been so up on date on technology, I'm 34. Like my team, when I had 18 people, The average person in my office was like 23 years old, and I had like 18 people. So they kept me up to date and current. So with that, I was doing Snapchats and Instagram every single day. And I was just doing it. There was nobody watching, but I kept doing it. And the thing is, most people, not most people, but a lot of people, they quit. Oh, this thing sucks. It's not working. So just keep doing it. And I guarantee people are going to find you. And I guarantee people are going to like you. Like I get weirded out because I'll have we got a question. I have people that will hit me 6 months from now.
Yeah.
You know, and like they've been following
100%.
for 6 months. And they're like, yo, Mike, I've been following you for 6 months. I always knew we were going to get in touch. I just got my business license, and I wanted to see if you can help me with X. And I never share this, but I've been waking up to your snaps every single day, and you help me get through whatever they say. You know, it's really flattering, right? So you just got to do it. Who cares if nobody's watching? Don't do it for them. Do it for you. And then I guarantee you're going to attract people and you're going to affect people. So just do it. Do it every damn day, forever. The second thing is, what do I see the future? Right now, the hottest thing is like the Facebook and Instagram for marketing. Okay, I believe that for the next 3 years, it's going to be hot, and then I think in the next 3 years, it's either going to be burnt out, it's going to be overused, but then just like every industry, every space, the good's going to rise, and then the junk's going to fall. So there's still going to be, it's going to become very, very, very saturated, but there's still going to be that good.
Yeah.
I think right now, Facebook and Instagram is like the digital gold mine right now. I used to be an SEO company.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I just don't, that's not where the party's at anymore. You know, like Google's still like number one, but I can help people like that with Facebook, Instagram. I can help somebody tomorrow. With SEO, it's going to take, you know, this long. And that's my wife right there, Diana. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
What's up? Give us some thumbs up. Give us some thumbs up if you think I'm the man. Come on there, girl. Tell them what they're doing. Hey. She about to give me a thumbs down.
She's like, turn it down. Turn it
she
down.
about to slap me with
Oh, that's funny.
Babe, do it for me. Life for me. Tell them how cool I am.
Oh, that's funny. No, I hear you there. I think that it's hot, and like you said, for the next couple of years, like it's going to be hot. And so, like, if you're not paying to play and like really hitting it hard, even if you're just like doing some organic stuff on the side and you're playing around and you're just getting your bearings, like do it. It doesn't matter how many people like it. It doesn't matter how many people watch it. Like you need to put the reps in and like get it on and just put it out there. Like you said, drive 100%. The car. Yeah. So I agree with you. Well, right now also I feel like when it comes to like Instagram as well, like it's a little bit different of a game where like before it used to be really easy to kind of build up following and everything like that, but now it's starting to take a little bit more time. And so it's interesting to see how, like you said, it's already starting to make this shift where it's like, okay, this person actually had good content and so they're staying up, they're staying alive and everything like this, and this person just like fell off or something like that. So I like that that's what you mentioned. We did have a question to say, just want to
Alex
know.
Is with us. Alex, you missed the good part, man.
Alex,
you missed the good part, man.
I know, man. Get out.
Oh, Monica. Y'all came late. I already gave my best stuff. Damn. What's going on here?
Well, okay, and stop. I want to answer this question for Nathan Ramirez, who said, top 3 books you recommend. Oh, the loves, Alex.
Okay, so number 1, Nate Dogg. That's Nate Dogg. Number 1 book, it's called Beyond Positive Thinking. It's on YouTube. It's free, but go buy it, okay? It's by Dr. Robert Anthony, okay? That's the thing I was telling you about the river. Go buy that book and go listen to it 150 times like I did, okay? I listened to it today. I listened to it like all the freaking time, and I picked something out. I learned something new every time. It's probably like 2 hours long. I listened to it over and over. You never got notified. Come on, player. So listen to that book. The second book I would say is, you know, it has to be some Grant Cardone stuff, you know, 10X rule. You know, that's going to open up your mind. You guys that are watching this, I probably know what that's about. The third book is, I'm looking at my bookshelf over here. I'm looking at the bookshelf. If we're talking about influence, if we're talking about going online, get Expert Secrets by Russell
Oh, that's
Brunson.
a good one.
It's free.
I like that.
It's free, but you got to pay for shipping, okay? So I would say those 3 right now. Those 3 right now that I recommend.
Hey, Raheem. Oh, thanks for the heart, Raheem. Yeah, okay, so when somebody goes like online as well, so say like they're going to put their first ad out, right? They're just testing it themselves. How much would they spend? Would they do something like an engagement? Would they boost their posts? Would you say to just like
Yeah.
put what type of post would you put out? And would you just throw it on like Facebook, Instagram, and everything and just like boost it for $5 a day? Or like what would you recommend for somebody
Yeah.
who's just like, I'm gonna put my first ad out. I'm ready. Like this guy inspired me. I'm
Sure.
gonna check him out. Like this is my first ad. I'm gonna throw some money at it. Like fuck those potato chips, man. I'm gonna throw in.
Come on now.
So what would you
Go to
recommend?
Limelight-U.com. No.
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about trainers and gym owners because that's what I'm an expert at. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for trainers and gym owners, you know, you need to come up with some sort of offer. I'm not going to tell you what it is unless you buy my program, but you need to come some sort of offer. Okay, we call that bait in marketing. Okay, bait is defined as something of value. Okay, exactly.
You're baiting us right now.
Oh hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah, I am. Go to themikebarron.com. So you give me your contact information. I'm gonna give you this bait. So you come up with some sweet bait. Don't lie. Don't deceive. Don't cheat. Don't freaking scam people on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Give them some sort of bait so they can opt in. But once you have your funnel built out, okay, that's a whole different story. In your follow-up drip sequence, start at $10. Okay, start at $10 a day. So it's not a whole lot. Okay, and when you start with $10, it's going to allow Facebook to run and go its course, and it's going to warm up your pixel. Okay, a pixel is a code that Facebook uses to track visitors, engagements, and all activity on your campaign or on your website. You install that code, and if you only spend $10, Facebook will warm up that pixel. It'll warm up. It'll start creating like an audience. It'll start learning with its IQ or its AI, and it'll start putting your ad in front of the right people. It does it all on its own. So you start at $10, let it warm up. And then as you start to get leads, you start to scale up. Add $5, you know, 10, 15, 20, 25. If you're doing Facebook and Instagram the right way, whatever money you put in, you should see that back like 4 to 10 times over. So if I'm spending $2,500 a month on Facebook ads, I should easily be seeing $10,000 a month as a personal trainer or for a gym owner, even as an internet marketer. So if we have that kind of return, my thing is like, damn, what happens if I put 5 G's in? Will I see 20? What if I put 10 G's in? Will I see 100? So that's how it should work. And then with the Facebook ads, I'm talking about it works in like 24 hours, maybe 48 upon launch. If you don't get like instant returns, you're like something's not quite right, you know. And then you need to make some sort of adjustment.
You mean instant returns?
You don't have to spend a whole lot.
Yeah. When you say instant returns, do you mean instant returns as in like leads, or instant returns if like you're selling a product, something like that?
Right. So I do, my thing is like lead generation. I don't do that much e-commerce stuff, but instant return meaning like, I launched the ad, I should be having leads like pouring out of qualified people that day.
Mm-hmm.
My team should be setting appointments with those people like that day as well. And they should be signing up with me in like a 72-hour span.
Very cool.
You know,
Very
like
cool.
It's quick. And if you're not doing that, then you're not doing it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like a lot of that is like testing, you know, and like figuring it out and like understanding it. And if you don't know how to do that, like reaching out to people like you to get them on like, okay, this is how to do it. This is how to run it. Because like a lot of times gym owners, trainers, like they don't really have that skill set, and like why would you want to spend all this time learning another skill set that's really not going to make you as much as if you just gave it to somebody like yourself and they took the reins, and then you can just keep on building on your real skill set, which is the training aspect of it all.
Yeah. You know, I said that this may be the thing for like the next 3 years, maybe 5 years. I'm telling you right now, you know, I was doing some coaching with one of my buddies that we're helping launch his agency, and he wants to help dentists. And I know a lot of dentists, and I know people in that space. And we looked up one of the top dental guru, business experts, marketers, operations guy in the universe. And this cat is not doing anything with Facebook, or he's not doing anything with Instagram.
What's he doing?
He's not doing any ads. He's a guy that's been doing it since like the 80s. You know what I mean? And nothing with him. He's on his way out. But what I'm saying is, for someone like Fresh to take that, it's wide open.
Right.
It's still wide open. I mean, there's like thousands of people that you could help, and there's $1 million that you can make. It's still freaking wide open. You know, and you're popular. You're popular. I got like one friend, Alex.
Shut up. Alex, come back. He
I got
needs
like
you.
one
He
friend.
needs you.
Come on, man. Come on now.
Hey Mel, how are ya? Yeah, no, I hear you there though. I think that like it's really important to understand really what's out there because there's so many things out
Yeah.
there that like your passion,
Yeah.
like whatever it is inside, like first kind of like figure out what it is, like what do you really want? What's out there that you could just like
Right.
drive every single day and be like, this is exactly what I love. Like I love
Straight
doing this
up.
and understanding that about yourself and then find like the actual opportunity because there's so much opportunity out there and like what's possible is just like
It's crazy.
incredible. It's crazy. Like it
It's
blows my freaking mind every single day. Thanks for the love, Alex.
7 billion people on planet Earth. You know,
Yeah.
7 billion people on planet Earth. I mean, there's no, you know, like we got to get out of that scarcity mindset. Like there's only this much, or you know, that we can't do that much, or it's too expensive, or we can only help this much people. There's no limitation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
How do you feel
because
like so exactly, there's no limit. So how do people kind of like get into that world? I mean, I know they could like meet up people like us and like if they're just starting to train,
yeah,
how can they even find out what's possible? Like I feel like personally they just need to reach out to us and like talk to
right.
us so they can be like, holy crap, like I
So
can actually do that. But it's just like there's just so much crazy stuff out in this world. Like Facebook groups, Facebook like has so many different ways where
right.
you can reach out to other people. Like do you have your own
Yep.
Facebook group as well that like you offer for free for people to join in too?
Yeah, I do. It's called
Okay.
Limelight-U. I'll
Okay.
have to put a link in there. But yeah, I have people in there. I
Yeah.
go live there for a week, and there's a lot of people in there. You know, we do training on lead generation and all that stuff, and people can join it for free. TheMikeBarron.com. So
Yay!
how do people get reach out to 1 million people? Okay, for every 20, someone that's actually real meaning like not like they're real like Tupac, meaning real like they have a legitimate business and they're actually helping people. One's going to respond because that one person remembers what it was like on their way up and all the stuff that they had to go through. And you know, one of these rules is like giving back, you know, giving back and helping others along the way. So you know, like me, I reached out to some really successful people, you know, and I'm still chasing everything that I want to chase. And I'll reach out to people like that are doing 10 times what I'm doing, and some will respond. But there's going to be that one. It's like, dude, I've seen your stuff. I like your story. Let's connect. You know, I'm in Orange County. Why don't you come up next weekend? So reach out to people, and then you got to understand one thing. If you're trying to connect with people that are playing this game at a higher level, okay, they're like playing this game at a higher level. That's all it is. What you have to do is give those people value.
Yep.
Okay, these people are busy as hell. They have a lot of responsibility, and you can't just go in there and just take meaning, you know, how did you start your business? Share that.
Yeah.
You know, what books have you read? Not you, Nate. Share that. What you know, what information could you get? You know, how do you when you know, what kind of contracts and terms do you have with your clients? You can't just take. You have to give. You have to reciprocate. You have to give. You know, the more outflow I give, the more inflow that I get. That's another universal law. So let me give you an example. Okay, if I have a cat that is watching this, it's like, okay, I kind of like that guy. Maybe we'll see. You know, and I know a lot about marketing, and you know, I'm studying marketing in college, and maybe I want to reach out to Mike and see if he can help me teach gym owners too, and trainers how to generate clients. A good approach may not call me and say, hey, Mike, give me your blueprint because I want to copy what you're doing. That may not be a good approach. A good approach may be, yo, Mike, craziest thing is I saw you on Rachel's segment. I saw you rocking the SD hat. Dude, I'm the biggest San Diego fan. Dude, I don't know what you're doing Thursday night, but I would love to bring you to the Padre versus the LA game. Wanted to buy you a beer, and I wanted to pick your brain and see if you can help me start my agency. I'm like, dude, let's go fucking have a beer and watch that game.
Right now, Mike is offering dates. He's like, if anybody wants a date, you're more than welcome to. It is frozen for a second, guys. If you can still hear me, could you give me a thumbs up if either of us? Mike is gone. Okay, so it's just me for now, I guess. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna re-invite him and see if I can bring him back on live. And if you guys have any questions, this would be a great time to write them so that I can see them, and then I can also put them up. How's everybody doing? Awesome, awesome, cool. So let me go ahead and put this up. I see Mike is back on here, so let's see if we can add guest request. So you can ask to add if you want right now. And yay. I love how Facebook does that. Great to see you here.
Rachel.
Good to see you too. Yes!
Hey, did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong?
No, you didn't say that. I just booed you. Hey, Rosaline, how are you?
So here's one thing I want to talk to that point.
Yes.
Here's one thing I want to say to that point. If you could like connect people, you know, like let's say you're up and coming, you know, you're up and coming and you want to like network with somebody, connect with a guy or a girl that can help you. Maybe you don't have direct business with that individual, but maybe you can connect that individual with somebody that you know where they could do something and help people. Then shit, do that. And I guarantee something special will come out of that, and something special will come out of that person, that first person to you. So people are busy as hell, especially successful people. Give them value. Give them value, you know?
100%. I was like on something just recently too, and same exact thing happened. It was like somebody wanted like a video from me. They wanted like all these questions answered, and they're like, I'm making like a YouTube video. I just started. Like I needed people like you that started off their businesses to like give me all these secrets. And I was like, who the hell are you? And then they sent me like this huge email of all the stuff they needed me to do for them so that they could put a video up. But I had to edit it, and I was like, I just don't have that time. Like I was happy to help you, but you make it so difficult for me that I just don't have the time to really put that effort towards something like that, you know?
And the truth is, you're like the nicest person, one of the nicest people ever. Like, and you're you know, you understand, like it, like you're witness to what I'm saying. It's true, you know. It's totally true, you know. Or she could say, hey, I saw your podcast with Mike, and I saw your podcast with so and so. I loved it. I wanted to connect you with someone that I know that also is better than Mike in internet marketing. I think he'd be great. And then that dialogue would start, and then she could build off of that. You know what I mean? So 100%. 100%.
Exactly, yeah. I think that the name of the game here was like a lot of things that just bringing value. Like whether it's bringing somebody else value because you want something from them, bringing somebody else value just because you want to give back and like pay it forward kind of stuff. But value is like the new currency of just internet marketing when it comes to like bringing in more leads. Exactly. It's just the new currency of everything. It's like, okay, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Like how much value do you really have inside of you? How much do you care about me, anybody else? And so I love that like at the end of it, you're like, I get that game.
you know, to like, so now we're talking about value, right? So you could tell like someone that's really a player and somebody that's not. Somebody that's not a player, the first thing they say is, Mike, how much does it cost? Hold on. Stop. How much does it cost? That's the first thing. You're like, dude, I'm about to give you a Bugatti, okay? You know, like it's about value, you know, and then the person that's like really successful, the people that I meet that are also successful, they're like, yo, Mike, I'm a very direct dude. How much money can I make off of this? I'm like, dude, you can make X. He's like, okay, you got my attention, you know. And I'll give you like another analogy. I love giving like analogies and illustrations. So, you know, I'm telling someone that's watching right now, I said, hey, I have a car right now. It's 10 G's, you know, it's 10 G's. The car's going to get you from point A to point B. You know, it's a 1991 four-door Honda Civic. It's 10 G's, and this thing has got me through college. It's 10 G's. They're going to give me like the middle finger. They're going to be like, Mike, you're out your damn mind. You're crazy. What are you talking about? 10 G's for that? Yeah, right. If I go up to that same person and I say, hey, I have this car. It's 10 G's. Go downstairs, out the office, go check it out. It's 10 G's. We pull up to the car, and it's a brand new like Bugatti Veyron, $2.5 million car, whatever it is. And I'm like, dude, sit in it, turn on the key, rev it up, go around the block. That person may not have 10 G's, but I guarantee they're going to find 10 G's because that car's worth 2.5. And whether they keep it's up to them. And it's just because, you know, they're both cars, but the value is totally different. So for the people
Yeah.
out there, you guys need to stop thinking about price. Like, how much is your package? How much is your services? How much do you charge? It's not about that. If you give me 2 G's and in the end of the month I give you 20, what's the difference? You know, and that's one of
Yeah.
that's one other thing that I notice is that the small-minded, the regular-minded, they think about like the money. Hold on, how much does it cost? And like the big thinkers, the successful people think about the value that it's going to bring. You know, if I get more value than more than I'm paying, shit, we both win. You know,
Right. Exactly. Dude, that's
that's what
crazy.
I
I'm
think.
like, just I'm taking this in like a couple different ways. Like for one, mindset wise, just like how to be in terms of like mindset, like how you should think about things, but also in a way of like
Yeah,
marketing as well. Like when you're offering something to somebody, it's like, okay, like how can you kind of like make a proposition where that's how it feels, is you're giving them something for way cheaper than really what they think. And so even when like you guys are building
yeah,
out like your sales funnels, whenever you're building out something, like
right.
we're talking about mindset for ourselves, but think about this as well when you put this into your client's mind. For all those trainers out there that are trying to build up your business, like think about a way that you can bring like Bugatti status of like, this is how much this
Straight
car
up,
is worth, and like how you can say, this is how much I'm going to charge this. I'm not even going to charge you how much
right.
this car is worth. Like I'm going to give it to you like this. So it's interesting they like you mentioned it like that, because I'm just like, oh,
I
all the wheels
I
turning
tell
right
people that
now.
straight up. No, I tell people that
Yeah.
straight up. They're like, "Yo, Mike, I've talked to a guy yesterday that does marketing. What makes you different?" I'm like, "Dog, that guy got a Honda. I got a Bugatti. Don't play with me."
Do
I'll
you
tell them
really
straight
have a
up.
Bugatti?
I do.
Do you? Do you
It's being
really?
built right
What?
now.
Oh my God,
Come
yeah.
on now.
I know you just moved to your new apartment as well. I want to say like congratulations, because I know you moved to a new
Yeah,
place, right? Because you're like you felt
yeah.
like where you were was holding you back. I feel like you got
You
to
know, I
talk
told
about
my
that,
wife.
man. Like,
You know, it's just the craziest stuff it's just the craziest thing in the world. It's the craziest thing in the world. I had a nice apartment. I had a nice apartment, and you know, I coach a lot of businesses, and it's nice for sure, but it's not like I don't know. When I look at myself, it wasn't like a reflection of what I'm doing. And when I have people come from out of town, we really never hung out at my place, you know. So I had to
hmm
go get me like a dope luxury style, you know, pad, and I just feel good about it. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like you know, it's just like leveling up. You know, like you could be like the most conservative person. It's not all about money. You know, it's really about helping people.
it's
Shit, I
not.
love money. Don't get me wrong, but you know, like nice things are going to show up. If you're just racking out, like I don't care how conservative you are, nice things are going to start showing up. Whether that's your tire, I mean, you know, it's your crib, your whip. Nice things are going to show up. You know what I mean? And I told Alex, I was like, dude, like my place is cool. I just felt like it was preventing me from being like ultra successful. I just felt that way. You know,
hmm
I don't know. I don't know. I think, you know, I talk to people, they're like, yo, Mike, I'm thinking about getting this and I could save some money and I could do that and you know, go a little conservative route. I don't, shit, burn the ships. Let's roll. Stop it. It's just a mindset. It's just a fucking mindset. You know, I want to take
Yeah.
on, I want to pay
hmm
more money. I want to have more stuff that I have to pay. And then I want to get more revenue.
hmm
And then I want to save more. You know what I mean? I want to spend more money and
hmm
save more money and make more money and
Yeah.
help more people. You know, that's how I'm thinking.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I feel like you mentioned it before, it's really not about like it isn't about the money, it's more about or the materialistic things that come into your life. It's about like that helping more people, like getting all this stuff. And it is that mindset. And if it takes those things that are like, okay, I got to pay this off, and that's like what motivates you, like don't be afraid to put that around you so that you feel motivated to get it even more. It's like, what do you really feel like takes you to the next level? And then put yourself in a place that allows you to thrive in that
Yeah.
place, you know, instead of just saying like, I feel like crap, I would like this better, I would like that better, but I want to save money. It's like all of those things end up wearing you down and just reinforcing a negative mindset of like, I don't deserve this, I don't
Right.
deserve that, like I can't pay that. Well, what if you just had it? Like what's gonna happen? Like you burn your ship, you just gotta do it at that point. If that's
Straight
what
up.
motivates you, like push it to the next level. And then at the end of the day,
Right.
like keep in your heart the fact that this is really truly about um helping people, you know,
Yeah.
helping others, like get to
100%.
the next level. Yeah. I love that,
100.
man. Very cool. Okay,
Hey,
so we are coming. No,
we
go
could be
ahead. Go ahead.
related. Anybody else watches me, shit, me and you could be related. You look like my
We could
sister.
be. What? I'm so awesome. Where's your sister? We need to like. What is she? What ethnicity? What ethnicity are you?
No, I'm saying you.
I know. I look like her. What is she? What ethnicity are you? And are you guys different ethnicities?
No, I'm Vietnamese and Mexican.
What? That's a crazy.
Hey,
that's a crazy mix.
That's a good mix.
Dope.
Yeah, let me have that.
Let me have that. Dude,
Yeah.
so that's so interesting. You know, a lot of people think that I am Spanish. What ethnicity do you think I am? Let's see if you got this right.
You're Japanese and you're white.
That's because Alex told you, didn't he?
No, I promise he didn't tell you. I'm just smart as hell.
I am. I'm Japanese, German, Italian. So big old mix. But a lot of people
okay.
think that I am Spanish. A lot of people think I am. So
Yeah.
Who knows?
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like my eyes were just a little bit bigger.
Right.
A little slanty. Yeah. Okay, so we are coming up on the hour. I want to be really respectful of your time because I know you're super busy. You have clients. If you wanted to leave off with like one really important tip for these people, like to just summarize everything about the mindset, respecting the freaking flow of the water, and like how to build your business. Like if you had one message you could leave these people with, like what would that be?
Okay, so like everything you ever heard, everything you ever heard, and everything you've ever seen, all those motivational quotes, all that shit's true. Okay, all that shit's true. Like I was watching a series with Mark Cuban, and he was talking about when he was on the come up, when he was a young man, he would go to the nicest parts of the city, and he would look at like the nicest homes and look at all the mansions, and he would affirm that one day that's gonna be him. And we all know what happened with Mark Cuban. So if like one of the biggest players and ballers in business, entrepreneurship says that, then it's probably true. You know what I mean? Like you just got to like open up your mindset, open up your awareness, know that there's absolutely no limitation. The way you do that is through mentors, is through books, is through information, good information. Okay. You need to start watching what you say, because what you say comes true. Okay. Thoughts, okay, create some sort of action. That action creates some sort of result. That result creates some sort of reality. Okay, my wife was on here earlier. I thought she was pretty. I took action. I went to go ask her out. She went out. That became a reality, and that was like my result. You know, like when I first seen her, I was like, dude, I want this girl to be my wife. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got to open up that mindset, and you got to be careful what you say, because what you say is reality. I'm telling you right now. If you say that exam's hard, the exam's hard. If you say you're going to kill that exam and you did the right shit and you obey that river, guess what? Okay, you're going to get a good result on the exam. You can't just say it though. You got to respect the river, and to respect the river, you got to do the right shit. Go into every situation with the paddle, with the life vest, with the boat, with the rope. Okay, respect it and go get it. And then you have to have some skill. We haven't really talked a lot about skill. You know, people that have seen this, people that are going to watch this, are like, okay, that is kind of cool, whatever, kind of wild, kind of crazy, whatever. But shit, I'm fucking skilled, like straight up, like I'm like a freaking samurai ninja. You have to have skill, okay? You have to have skill. In my space, if I'm doing like marketing, I have to have some really dope skills, like for real. I have to have skills. If you are a trainer, if you're a gym owner, you have to have skills. You have to be good with clients. You have to be a motivator. You have to hold them accountable. You have to run your business tight. Whatever you're doing, you have to have skill. Okay, so I think just in sum, it's just that. You know, read books, get information, follow people like you. You know, go to themikebarron.com and shit. Help a lot of people on the way, and let's make it rain. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say.
100%, man. That was awesome. You did not disappoint. Like you said, when I called you up for this, you're like, this is going to be the best interview you've ever had. I'm like, all right, let's see it, brother.
Woo!
I was like,
come on now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
so I appreciate it, man.
I got one last
yes.
thing.
Oh, good. Bring it on.
I got one last thing. Okay, so when I was in my early 20s, I'm 34. I was like a gym rat. You know what I mean? I was like in the gym 5-6 days a week. I was going hard. I was like freaking pushing serious weight. I was getting, 8-pack status. And for a decade, I made an excuse. I'm married, I got a kid, I got an injury, I don't have time. I just fucking lied. It's an excuse. I've been going hard with Alex since January. And your boy's starting to get a little buff now. Your boy's starting to get a little buff. You know what I mean? Like my wife would tell you, your boy's starting to get a little buff. A little bit. So anyways, I'm pretty much it. You see what you get. I'm outspoken. I'm loud. I'm opinionated. I love people. And what I'm saying is I don't lack confidence. I go up to anybody and
Exactly. No, I love that. I feel like you have to have that confidence.
since I got my physical right, my business has got right. My personal life has got right. So you guys, it's mind, body, and spirit, baby. Mind, body, get your body right, get your mind right, do the right things. Bathe that river, and I'll see you guys at the top.
Woo! Thank you. I'm gonna give you like a little applause there, man.